Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I prepared for you 5 super easy rustic Valentine signs. Also, this video is part of the Love Corner collaboration. I'll talk about it as always after the first DIY. Okay, DIY number 1. I'm taking this shadow box that came from the Dollar Tree. I've used that several times for my projects. I'm just going to reuse it. Now I'm taking this burlap sheet that has like almost like a waxy backing, and I'm measuring how much I need to cut out to be able to fit inside of the shadow box. Okay, now that I have it cut out, I'm going to take double-sided tape and put it in the corners and also right in the middle to be able to glue it down. I didn't want to use a hot glue because I didn't want any bulky areas, so this worked perfectly. Okay, after I'm done with this, I am going to go ahead and get this heart, block heart from, I believe, Dollar Tree, and I'm going to trace it on a cardboard, and that's going to give me the shape that I need to work with. After I cut it out, it fits perfectly. Now I'm going to take these paper straws. I got them at Publix on a clearance. I think they were 50 cents, and I've been using them several times already. They're perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing them horizontally on my heart, starting from the bottom, going towards the top. Just using a hot glue and hot glue them down. I love these straws because they are, natural looking, they're rustic, but of course you can use any color you want. You can use colorful straws if you'd like. Usually my Valentine's decor is neutral, so that's what I was going with. Now that I was done with that, I'm flipping the heart over and I'm just cutting the excess off. Alrighty, now when I was done with that, this is how it looks like. I'm going to put it aside and I'm going to take the shadow box, and I realized that this black frame is a little too dark, so I took this chalk paint by Martha Stewart in a color gray, and I'm using a chippy brush to distress it. Now it looks better. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and try to position it in the middle, but I realized that I need something to elevate it, so I took 2 Jenga blocks and positioned them right on the back, and then I hot glued all that right in the middle of this shadow box, and that completed this project. I really love this one for several reasons. First of all, it's neutral. Second, I love the texture that these straws have given to the heart. I also love that heart is elevated, so make it look three-dimensional. I just love it. Tell me in the comments down below, what are your thoughts about this one? As I mentioned at the beginning, this video is part of the Love Corner collaboration. There's 28 of us, so 27 ladies and 1 gentleman. Miguel is blissful amongst women, and I am so happy about this one. Everybody are so talented and such a wonderful creators.
Hola, mi nombre es Miguel y tengo una rosa para cada una de mis damas hoy en nuestra colaboración en el Rincón del Amor.
So besides the great inspiration you're going to get from this collaboration, there's also a giftaway, $50 Amazon gift card, and all these goodies that's going to be sent to 1 lucky winner. And the only thing you have to do is comment on each video with a secret word that each collaborator will have. My secret word is rose. So make sure you comment in the comments down below rose. Also watch other videos. I'm gonna have the link in the description box for the playlist so you see what everybody else created, and make sure to comment on their videos as well with their secret word. Good luck and enjoy these videos. Alrighty, DIY number 2. I'm taking this wooden block heart from the Dollar Tree. I took the tag off the back and then I'm sanding it to take all the stickiness away. Now I'm taking this seashell pink acrylic paint by Folk Art and I am giving it 2 good coats. I want everything to be covered. When everything was dry, this is how it looks like. However, I did not like this red color on the rim, so I took Adirondack white chalk paint by Folk Art and I am painting that. Alrighty, when that's done and dried, I am taking a sanding block and I'm going to sand the edges because I wanted it to be nice and rustic, and I thought it will look nicer. Okay, after that I'm also sanding the front a little bit to make it look even more old and rustic. And when I was done with that, I'm taking these wall stickers from the Dollar Tree and I'm gonna peel off the word love, and then I am going to take small scissors to cut out this piece that I really did not need. I just wanted the word love. I'm gonna position it on my heart, and then I'm gonna cut out the rest of the letter E because it didn't fit and I really didn't need it. And now it fits perfectly. Now for me it looked a little too dark. The letters look a little too dark. I decided to use a chippy brush and distress it a little bit with that pink and white paint, and this is how it turned out. I really love this one. It's so simple, it's totally me. I love the touch of pink, but I also love that it's distressed and it's perfect for any shelf, third tray or anything like that because it's not too big, not too small, and it stands on its own. I absolutely love it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Alrighty, DIY number 3. I'm taking these paint stir sticks, the large ones, from Home Depot. They're 90 cents package of 3. I'm taking 4 of them and I'm gonna cut out the end that has that different shape, and I'm using my miter saw, and I also cut out 2 extra pieces that's gonna go across. Now I'm gonna take this white chalk paint and I'm gonna paint these. After I was done painting them, I'm gonna go ahead and use a hot glue to glue these together, like I'm showing over here. So I'm making sure to glue the slats together. When I was done gluing this, this is how it looks like. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use old candle, and I am going to go over the board wherever I want. I didn't go over the whole board, but just on some spots. I saw this technique and I decided I wanted to try it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get this gray chalk paint by Martha Stewart, and I'm going to paint the entire thing. So right on top of the wax, I'm painting the whole thing. When everything was painted and dried, I'm taking the packing tape. That's what I had. You can use painter's tape, but I had a packing tape. So I am putting it down and I pressed it. I wanted to pull it off earlier, but I decided I really need to press it down. And then when you peel it off, everywhere where you put that wax, the top layer of the paint comes off. And look how beautiful and distressed and old looking it is. I absolutely love it. Now I'm gonna add these 2 pieces down, and it looks like mini shutters really. And then after that I took my Cricut and I created these words. You and me, we got this. I saw this saying somewhere and I knew I wanted to put it in my sign. When I was done putting this down, I also created a heart and I'm going to put it right here. When I was done with that, I took not X-Acto knife, box cutter. You can use X-Acto knife, and I just cut slits over there where 2 paint sticks are met, so it looks kind of nicer and broken. Alrighty, this is how it looks like. I absolutely love it. This is a perfect way to create just a simple sign, and I really, really love this distressing technique. I'm going to definitely use it more. It just looks so old and rustic. Again, please tell me in the comments down below your thoughts about this one. For all of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Jelena. I'm stay-at-home mom of 2 kids. I always loved crafting and doing DIY projects, and everything that I create is on a minimal budget as possible. I do rustic farmhouse style, but I also try some modern style as well. If something like that interests you, I would invite you to watch my other videos and join my channel if you like my videos. When it comes to liking, if you like them, please make sure to give this video and other videos a thumbs up. It means so much to me. It helps my channel getting promoted on YouTube. Also, if you consider subscribing, make sure you hit that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my future videos. Subscription is completely free. I'm also on social media. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Come join me, say hi to me. I share a lot of my projects over there as well. My regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. That sometimes changes because of the collaboration and challenges I participate in, but I usually try to let you know in advance. Alrighty, DIY number 4. I am taking this canvas from the Dollar Tree. It is 8 by 10, but really you can use any size that you have. I am going to take the canvas part off, and I'm using just box cutter to cut it out. When I was done with that, I'm taking it off and I'm going to put this aside for a different project. When I flipped it over, sometimes you get neat edges, sometimes it just sloppy. This particular one had extra staples that I had to take off. So after I took it all off, this is how it looks like. I'm sanding it because it was pretty rough. Again, sometimes you get nice and clean wood, sometimes it's rough. Now I'm painting this frame with this chalk paint in the color gray by Martha Stewart. And after everything was painted and dried, this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to take cardboard and I'm going to trace on the outside, and I'm going to cut out a little bit smaller than that, and I'm going to cut out 2 of them. Now I'm going to use school glue to attach wrong sides together. So I have those cardboard sides from the front and back. When it was dried, this is how it looks like. Now I'm taking this love letter craft paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use it, or actually trace it first, cut it out, and I am going to also use a school glue to attach it to the cardboard. Okay, when I was done with that, I am going to go ahead and take black acrylic paint. It's in a color, actually it's dark gray in a color pavement. And then also I had that gray chalk paint left over, and I am just painting branches. Really, I didn't have any particular way of creating it. I was just going, you know, from my own head the way I wanted. This is really optional. Any way you want to do it, you can do it. And it's super easy. You just pretty much pull the lines, create the lines. When I was done creating the lines, I'm going to go ahead and shade it a little bit with that gray chalk paint that I had from painting the frame. Alrighty, when I was done with that, I'm going to go ahead and check if it's going to fit, if it's perfectly, and I'm using hot glue to attach it to the back of the frame. When I was done with that, I'm going to flip it over, and this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and take 2 wooden hearts. I actually got these from Target Dollar Spot, but I know Dollar Tree has them. One will be painted with this seashell pink paint, and the other one I'm going to mix that seashell pink and this kind of an orange paint to get a little bit different shade. When I was done painting both of these in, when they're completely dried, I'm going to attach a jute twine to the back of them, and they are sticky in the back, so I didn't need to use a glue at all. And then I'm going to just put them down like they're hanging from the branches. I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue to attach them. And that's going to be it for this project. Another super simple, very, very inexpensive project, but I love this sign. I love the love letter in the back. I love hanging hearts. It looks really, really beautiful, and I love that touch of pink that hearts added. Tell me in the comments down below your thoughts about this one. Would you change something? Okay, the last DIY, number 5. I'm taking this leftover of the sign that I had for a long time, and I'm gonna paint the whole sign with Adirondack white chalk paint by Folk Art. I didn't want it to be completely perfect, so I left some spots unpainted, and this is how it looks like. Now I'm using this tape just to use it as a guide, and I'm going to use a stencil from the Dollar Tree, and I will use the mixture of these two paints, so gray chalk paint and this pavement, and I will just use a little sponge and dab the letters. I didn't want to really use anything else. I love using sponge, and that way it doesn't bleed. So I started with writing "You Hold," and then I'm taking these stencil. I believe they're from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure, but I got them for 87 cents. And I'm going to be using this key with the Sage chalk paint by Folk Art, and also same method, just dabbing the paint on. There was just a little bit bleeding, but I was able to touch that up with the white paint. Now I'm going to finish this off. So it says, "You hold a key to my heart." I'm peeling off this tape, and then I had these pieces of leather, and I cut them out. Actually, they were already like this. I just had to make sure to cut them to the size that's going to fit, and I'm going to put them in the corners. And then another piece of leather, I'm going to just pull through and add 3 beads right in the middle, and then I'm going to tie the knot on the top. That's going to be the hanging part, and that will be it for this project. I really, really, really like this one. I don't know, I like all the projects that I created today, but this one, I think I love the textures of it, that I added leather to it, the beads. It's cute. I don't know. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about this project? What do you think about all my projects? Which one was your favorite? Would you recreate any of these? Also, please introduce yourself if you're new. I would really, really love to get to know you. I would love to hear your name. Are you a crafter, or you just love watching craft videos? Also, don't forget to go ahead and check out the playlist in the description box. Make sure you comment on each video with the secret words, so you will be entered in a giftaway we are doing. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.